I don't even know if I should say some of these, and if you unsubscribe when you hear the last one, I understand. There probably isn't a single person in the hearing aid industry that talks to more prospective hearing aid buyers in a year than me. I'm talking direct one-on-one phone conversations. It's well over 10,000 a year. A lot of those people go on to buy hearing aids, and our company is involved in thousands of those transactions. And so I get to see and hear firsthand over and over again the mistakes people make when they're buying hearing aids. That's what I'm going to fill you in on today. Now, some of these points may not come across how I intend them to, especially the last one. But I'm doing this from a place of wanting you to have a better hearing aid buying experience, so try to keep that in mind. Here we go. The single biggest mistake is making an impulse purchase.
Name of the game, move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Right.
That is the main goal of probably 10% of the professionals in the hearing aid business. And if you visit a few hearing aid offices in your town, you'll see what I'm talking about. You go in for what seems like an innocent hearing test, and it turns into basically a timeshare presentation. They hit you with the high sales pressure, unrealistic expectations, and the amazing sale that ends today. When you see these tactics, just run. You do not buy hearing aids on a whim because of a sale or because you felt pressured. Avoid these salespeople like the plague, and when you do, consider yourself lucky because you've dodged a bullet. In my experience, high-pressure sales tactics in a hearing aid office are a red flag for a whole bunch of other issues. Mistake number 2 is paying way too much. You should not spend more than $6,500 on a set of hearing aids. I don't care how good you think the hearing care is going to be or how flashy the buzzwords are that they use to describe the hearing aids. Don't pay more than $6,500. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should spend $6,500 because you can do way better. What I am saying is if you're paying more than $6,500, you're paying more than you need to for no reason. Every week, I hear of people who are quoted $8,000, $10,000, even $12,000 for hearing aids. Don't let that happen to you. Mistake number 3 is focusing entirely on price. I get calls every week from people who just say, "What's your price on XYZ model?" I tell them the price and they say, "Oh, I found them for less from so-and-so." Click. If all you're looking at is price, you're going to have a bad time. A lot of times the lowest price hearing aid sellers are the lowest price because that is the only competitive advantage they have. They have a cookie cutter website that took 3 hours to make. They're so sketchy that they won't even put their face and name on their website. And they're simply mailing you hearing aids with no local care. And many are not even authorized retailers, meaning you don't actually have a hearing aid warranty. They're sending you a hearing aid in a box, and that's why they're the cheapest. But there is so much more to getting a hearing aid, at least a hearing aid that is going to fit well and sound well and that you're going to be happy wearing. So get a good price and shop the price, but don't let it blind you to other important things you should be looking for. The device itself truly is only half the equation, maybe less, which leads me to the 4th mistake. Number 4 is focusing too much on finding the right hearing aid and not enough on finding the right hearing provider. You can buy the world's best hearing aid, and if the hearing provider programming the hearing aid isn't good, it's a total waste of money. On the other hand, you can buy a really basic hearing aid, and if the hearing provider programming it is excellent and really knows what they're doing and follows best practices, you can end up having better results with that basic hearing aid than you would with the world's best hearing aid. So when you're buying hearing aids, yes, do a little research. Make sure you're considering hearing aids that do the things you want, like Bluetooth, rechargeability, whatever you need. But then quickly shift your focus to finding the best hearing provider that can fit it. Because the reality is there's not a ton of difference between all the major hearing aid brands on the market. They all make good products, but there is a ton of difference in hearing providers, in their skill set, how passionate they are, how well run their business is. And you're starting a long-term relationship with a hearing provider when you buy a hearing aid. So make sure you like and trust that person and can see yourself working with them for the next several years. Finally, the last mistake, but a massive mistake, is being a know-it-all when you buy hearing aids. If your idea of shopping for hearing aids is calling hearing providers in your town and telling them how much you know about hearing aids and that you have a degree in engineering so you know what the right product is for you and you know the tests they should run, and you're sending them page-long emails, you may actually be right. But hearing providers, even the best ones, are going to smell you from a mile away and they're not going to give you the time of day. I see it happen all the time where well-intentioned, type A personalities, and I am one. They try to be in the driver's seat just too much instead of letting the hearing provider do their job, and it ruins their hearing aid buying experience. So when you're getting hearing aids, you gotta fight the urge to take control and just chill. If you want complete control of every little detail when it comes to buying and adjusting your hearing aids, buy hearing aids online, get them mailed to you, and self-program them. It's the only way you're ever gonna be happy. I promise you, wherever you buy your hearing aids, keep these 5 mistakes in mind and you will have a better experience and a better outcome. That's a wrap for this one. If you hate this video, give me a thumbs down and I will not see you on the next one.